Hello everybody, welcome back to Conor here, all Leeds TV. Hope you're doing very, very well. And we're back here with your Brentford review, and egg is on my face, but in an absolutely fantastic way. So we're going to get into that in a bit. But before we start the video, I want you guys to go check out Retro Hut as well. We've got your scarves, we've got your mugs, we've got everything you need for your Leeds United fantasies online at Retro Hut. Make sure you go check those guys out. Absolutely fantastic homeware and stuff that you'll definitely enjoy. And also, if you'd like to see Jonathan's art as well for any Leeds United lover, we've got all your prints in the section below. Some fantastic stuff. Only 100 available and they are selling out fast. So you guys clearly are enjoying them, so make sure you go check them out in the link in the description below. They're doing really, really well. And I'm just buzzing for Jonathan, the artist, that a lot of you guys love his hours that he's put into the print. So anyway, go check that out. Go check both of those out in the link in the description below. Let's get on to your Brentford review. As you can see, it's a little bit different, the setting. We're not in the lit up place. Obviously, when Leeds United have so many games in such a short space of time, it is hard for me to get all my camera equipment, all my lighting sorted. So when I'm pushed for time, I just do it on the basics. No editing, just old school McGilligan, getting out to you guys as quick as I can. So, I mean, I'm absolutely buzzing with that. I was buzzing with that. I went down to an Irish pub in Sheffield, thought the game was going to be on, wasn't on, which, that's red button for you. So I managed to get a stream on my mobile phone. Sat next to one of my good mates who's a Brentford fan in the pub. And I tell you what, my mate was gutted throughout the game. He was not happy. He was not happy with everything that was going on, and that was due to Leeds United, who were impressive. Extremely impressive. Something, as you can tell by my preview, I did not expect. I expected us to follow the same run of form. I didn't know if Kalvin Phillips would make that much of an impact, because obviously when he's been playing, we've still lost numerous games and we've won 1 out of 8 when he's been playing in his last few games. So I didn't know if that would make the desired impact. I didn't know if our movement was going to be on point. I didn't know if we were going to see a different Leeds United. But we did. We saw a massively different Leeds United. We saw so many different things, but the key point was Kalvin Phillips. He was fantastic, absolutely fantastic in a midfield, which I was bigging up in my preview of Norgard, De Silva, Jensen. Kalvin Phillips and Click in particular were absolutely phenomenal in breaking up the lines, applying the pressure, showing the fitness that they work on week in, week out to apply that intensity which scuppers the opposition and which scuppers the best team which can scupper the best teams in the division, and I didn't think we saw enough of that against Forest, which is why I went into my preview with with a lot of sort of maybe pessimism. Well, there was pessimism, there's no two ways about it, because I hadn't seen enough at the weekend. It looked like we'd given up, and I just couldn't see us getting down to Griffin Park, and if we put in those levels of performance, doing anything else. Do you know what I mean? Just following that same blueprint of going up, keeping the ball, but getting counter-attacked. And I tell you what, you could see that with Brentford. So for all of us fearing Brentford, which, Frank did say, he was quoted in saying that, so as much as you can paraphrase around that and say, well, he didn't mean that, he did come out and say it. He was quoted as saying that. So if you don't mean it, don't say it. That's that's the facet, isn't it, of life. If you don't mean it, don't say it. So he did come out and say that we were fearing them. I don't think there was any fear whatsoever, which I don't think we fear any team naturally, as Kalvin said in his post-match, but I do think sometimes we're not up for certain games, and that's why consistency has been a problem with Leeds United. Some games we're up for, other games where we faltering. Maybe against the lesser teams in the division, we're not as dominant, we're not as, the effort and the endeavour isn't there as much. And I thought Kalvin Phillips was a massive difference maker tonight. I thought he bossed the midfield. Jensen couldn't get on the ball. Every time he did get the ball, he was kicking the ball out of play or to a Leeds United player. He couldn't really contain the ball. I thought Norgard was poor, and I thought that was down to Matthias Klick's tenacious play, and how great he was on the ball. We were brilliant in little tight pockets. And we look levels ahead of them. And believe it or not, I'm actually going to come out after saying I thought we were going to get thumped by Brentford. I'm going to come out and say I was disappointed we didn't win the game, which just shows the levels of last night's performance. I thought we were that good. And, Costa's header, I've seen a lot of Brentford fans, or I've listened to a few Brentford fans online saying that we didn't have any clear-cut chances. Boy, oh boy, we did. You look at that absolutely wonderful ball from Stuart Dallas to Helder Costa, where he had a little diving header where it just went over the bar. Helder Costa, for me, his decision making there's got to be a lot better. Chest the ball down, put it into the top corner. Easier said than done, but I think composure there for Helder Costa, who had a bit of a heavy night. A lot of chances for Costa. You look at him when he 1-2'd the ball. I believe it was with Click again who was involved. Costa just passes the ball back to the keeper. He's still got to justify that £15 million you have, Helder. I still think technically you're a wonderful player, one of the best in this league, but you're still not showing it. You could have been a game changer, a game winner last night. You look at Harrison's chance in the first half where he dribbled past Jean-Vier, dribbled past Pinnock. He's got to put that in the back of the net. It's a massive chance. So 3 big chances there where we should have made it 2 or maybe 3. One, obviously, Calamity Kiko back in full effect, and that is one thing that I've touched on numerous times. How many more times is he going to make a mistake at Bristol, and then is he going to make a mistake at Reading? Is it going to cost us again? Is it going to cost us more points? Because you look at how many points he's costing us now. Last night, could that have been a win? I know it was errors from 2 keepers, but could that have been a win if he was just consistent and kept his eye on the ball? Sheffield Wednesday, could we have got a point there if he didn't concede at his near post? Wigan, could we have got even a point there if he just judged the flight of the ball? It's all if buts and maybes, but it's just simple, basic goalkeeping. And if you look at the interview I did in The Sportsman in the article before, they were asking me loads of questions about Kiko Casilla. Put it in there, retweeted it on my Twitter, and it all came to the fore once again. And I genuinely think we're going to struggle to get promoted with him in between the sticks, because there's going to be more mistakes there. And in the pressure cooker situations which we're going to face, in the next 14 games, I don't think he's up to it. I think Meslier for Kiko is just an obvious change. But Bamford, I'd say one of the Brentford players who stood out to me was Ethan Pinnock, and I do think Pinnock's class, but he had Bamford in his back pocket the entire game. Every time Bamford got the ball, Pinnock was in there. I thought for us, Liam Cooper was fantastic. I thought he was absolutely fantastic, and I've been one of his biggest critics. I love Liam Cooper as a captain. I love Liam Cooper as an individual. I think he comes across so well. He seems like a wonderful human being. But, on the football pitch, I think sometimes the big games can get to him. But last night he proved me wrong. I thought he was absolutely excellent, getting his goal, cheering the fans up. And I thought Ollie Watkins didn't have a sniff, and that was very surprising. Ben Rama, apart from the goal, he was scuppered really, didn't do much. A few nutmegs on Luke Ayling, but that was about it. I was on the other side, and Buemo, I didn't see him for the entire game. And keeping those 2 quiet was massive for Leeds United. Well, those 3 quiet. And I thought we were by far the best team on the pitch. And we're going to get your Bristol previews out, guys, as soon as we can. But if you wouldn't mind leaving a like on this video, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But yeah, great times. I didn't expect it. And for me, in my lifetime, that's the best performance I've ever seen at Griffin Park for a Leeds United side. To say we didn't get the win, it's a bit annoying, don't get me wrong, but to say I was going down there and I was thinking we're going to get pumped maybe 3 or 4 to come away to be the best team, and this could be the turning point. Kalvin coming back is going to give the squad a lift. We needed a lift from somewhere, and I think Kalvin's performance, Leeds' performance in general, down at a very good Brentford side. I'll stick with that. I'll stick with that. They are a very good side. I still think they're going to be in and about in the mix, 2 points behind us still, but I think this could be the boost that we need. I really do. So fantastic from Leeds United. Wait for our Bristol previews, which once again, guys, is going to be out very, very soon. Hopefully I'll have all the equipment ready and stuff for that, but yeah, it's just a quick turnaround, this is. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so. Leave a comment on this video, tell me what you think and what can we do at Bristol City. Let me know what you think, guys, and I'll see you in a bit.